Hey, this is Morty back with another video. It's been a while since I've made a video. There's a few things that I wanted to share. Um, it's a little hard for me to test AA experience these days because I hit my AA cap that I want to do for now. I have 261 AAs and 30 saved. Um, the last AA that I didn't get was casting um, subtlety, however you say that, because I aggro kite most of the time when I'm killing things, and I don't want my pet to take aggro from me, so I'm gonna hold off on this for a while, so I don't mess up some stuff in pop, because I remember aggro kiting a lot in pop, and I do it a lot here too. So I can always just feign off my aggro, and for like raids and stuff like that, I'm just feigning every cycle of casts anyways. So I'm holding off on those. I could get them easily, and I could cap my points in like just a few days if I didn't even try. So I'm holding off on that. But I got all the other ones, all the resists, all the crafting, all the class. So that's nice. I can go adventure and, you know, summon my own corpse if I do something dumb. Right now I've been working on skills ups a little bit. Working on what am I doing lately? I've been doing food, I think. So let's see. Where is it? Baking, I think, is the one that I've been working on. 199 on baking. So getting up there. Still need to do a lot more. Currently, I'm making lotus pies because it's the easiest farmable piece and the least amount of components to combine. Um, let's see what else. Oh, the new Zeal stuff with um, being able to use clickies from your bags. So some of them, like this bracer, um, I like this one specifically because the bracelet of the Shadow Hive can actually be done while moving. So I'll do it on myself while moving. I created this hotkey from it, and even though it's got a 1 second um, cast time, I can still cast it when I'm moving. So it's pretty nice. You know, obviously it doesn't work when people are not in your group, but it's good for raids and stuff like that. If you're on the move and somebody needs to shrink, you can do it no problem. I have hotkeys for my Cloak of Shadows. You can do your epic can equip, so you don't even have to equip your epic anymore to be able to use it to cast on things. I think I have a hotkey in here. So I just created a hotkey for the epic. So I'm casting that right now. That's nice. Let's see what else I have in here. I have one for my Eye of Zom self-heal. So I created a hotkey to cast my Eye of Zom, and then once it's cast, I cast my bond spell on it so that I can heal myself without having to target the eye and stuff like that. Just made a hotkey for that. I got a new fire resist Aura of Petals headband. Whole bunch of stuff, you know, like I got a Shield of Immaculate. You can do that. You can do your Staff of Dreaded Gaze from your bags. You can do, um, pretty sure you can do your mage rods too. I would have to double check on those. I haven't created a hotkey for those yet, but there's tons of stuff that you can use from your bags. So, I advise you guys to go out and make a whole bunch of hotkeys for it. Get your tink bags or whatever weight bags that you can. I haven't made a hotkey for my fungi stick yet because I don't really use it at all ever, but it'll become good in pop. Let's see what else. Oh, one other thing that I wanted to talk about was stackable buffs and what they do and don't stack with. And you can see it on the items that you're casting the buff from. So I recently got this orb of lost souls so that I could get an extra 3 mana and 3 hit points per tick. Primarily when I'm soloing, because when you're in a raid, you're gonna get SP from your beast lords, and this does not stack with that. So what you want to look for on the items is like these numbers right here, 1, 2, 5, and 8 are the slots that these buffs take up. So if there's a buff that takes up slot 5, whichever one is stronger will take precedence. So if I have a slot 5 mana regen that's higher than 3, I think the Emperor Robe is a slot 5, and it's a 5 mana per tick regen. So this one would not stack with Emperor Robe because of that. This has a slot 2 Charisma by 0. Not exactly sure why that's on this item. But it does have like a absorb here too, so I think that if you have, I guess I could try it out since I do have mana skin in my bag, which is a slot 1, 2, and 6, and the orb is 1, 2, and 5. So because mana skin should block 1 and 2, this orb, when I equip it and click it, it should not work. So I got mana skin on me, and I'm going to put the orb in and click it, and we'll see if boon stacks. I'm pretty sure it blocks because, yeah, it blocks because of the 1 and 2 are taken up by the mana skin. So just something that you guys should keep an eye out for when you're getting items, to make sure that the things that you get, the buffs you get, are stackable. And most of the stuff is not going to work when you're in a raid environment, but you want to be able to get stuff that's going to work when you're soloing. Make sure you're getting your focus items. They're really great. Make sure you're paying attention to your resists too, because you'll get a little bit out of whack on some of your resists if you go by, say, EQ progression and you just do, oh, I'm just going to look for best in slots. They don't take into account some of the special loots that we get on Quarm, and some of the stuff is not best in slot because of focus effects. So just to think about stuff like that as well. One thing is if I got the int version of this robe from VT, it would have given me 35 FRCR, So my FR, you can see what it is right now. It's 268. That's self-buffed. I guess if I take off my aura, it's 218. So I'd have a lot more FR and a lot less DR and MR. So just things to think about. Like I went through and looked at a bunch of items, and some of them aren't even necessarily best in slot, but they're like 20 hit points off, and they fix your resists, so you don't have to worry about stuff. So just keep that in mind too when you're playing around. Because we get so much loot on this server, you can do a lot of fixing. Like I'm max stamina. I'm overcapped on stamina actually, and I'm overcapped on intelligence, unbuffed. So those will be nice going into pop. Just some things to think about. One of the things for the item effect slots is there's a raidloot.com. I recommend you guys go to that, check it out, type in your character class and click on items, and you can go through items, go to the source drop down, and you can pick like SOL and older, so that's Shadows of Lucklin and older, and you can look through all the items. You can sort by hit point, you can sort by a lot of different um, types. I think you can sort by AC, haste, stats, weapon ratio, a whole bunch of different things that you can sort by on there. The website is really good, and it has, I'll drag it over here. It has, sorry about the flashbang for the, I don't know why my cursor is locked in there. But you can see I was looking at the wristband of secrets there, um, and it's got like 2 different focus effects on it that I want. So that's one other thing that you guys wanna probably check out is that website, and it shows all of the effect numbers on there too, so that you can like pre-plan your raid loots. So maybe I look into stuff a little bit too far. I make spreadsheets on stuff. I do calculations of um, overall stats and hit points and things that I'm looking for in the game. But that's just that's just the way I play. But I'll put a link in this description for this. Um, let's see what else. I guess I wanted to. What else did I want to go over? I think that's it. You know, like maybe I'll just move up my Eye of Zombies macros so that you guys can see that. And have fun. Play with your clickies. Work on your trade skills. There's still plenty of time before pop. So hope everybody's still enjoying the game. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.